Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to go over the same thing that we went over in the last video. We're playing Franks and we're learning how to do the Frank strategy, which is castle dropping. Let's go ahead and reduce the music. Take that off. Alright, so this time we're playing melee. Alright. So it's a decent matchup for us. Not the best, not the worst. We start off again.
Okay.
Scouting with our sheep. This first sheep positioning is not great because I realize villagers might have to go around this tree, but it's still fine. Started to move our scouting with the sheep, bringing the sheep back. So in the last video we're just doing simple scouting with just 2 sheep. This time we utilized 3 sheep, but we need to bring one back quickly when we see this is about to run out. So this is what happened here. Not great, but it's all good. So this time I'm going a bit different. I'm going to go 7 on food. Continue scouting with the sheep. And then I'm going to move to 2 on wood. So 7 on food, 2 on wood. As Franks, most of my good games, most of my power is going to be late feudal, castle, and early imperial. So I have a very good mid game, not the best late game. So I need to get up to castle fast. This is my point. Get up to castle fast and possibly defend or maybe put some pressure. So I find my sheep here. I bring them back immediately. I've already scouted a big part. I don't need to scout more with these sheep. And I go 1 more on wood. Okay, so 3 on wood, 7 on food. And I'm gonna send my 12th villager to get out to get this boar. This boar just looks like he wants to be eaten, doesn't he? Alright. So I decided I'm not gonna go take another sheep. I'm just gonna chill and wait for the boar to come in. I don't want to waste any food because the build order is already tight. So I quickly eat this boar. And I send a villager out to make a house. And then I start building my mill. I'm gonna have 3 on berries. And everything else on boar and 3 on wood. So I'm still scouting here, still using my scout. And I'm just gonna do another quick round. And then I need to go find my opponent. So I find my deer or ostrich. I send this villager to get the boar. Hits on food, 3 on wood, 3 on berries. Boom, grabs him, comes back. Again, nothing complicated, not hitting the boar with a TC. Simple stuff. So it's just in time, perfect timing. And I start hitting it. And this sheep here likes to watch, so it's very close. Scout keeps going. I'm gonna go one last round over here, see what's going on with my map, and then I'm gonna go find my opponent. It's a bit slow here. I should have been better at my scouting, but got the job done. So now I'm on 18 villagers. This one came out towards the wood. I'm gonna make a house to secure this, to start planning my walling, and then I'm gonna go back on wood, and then 1 more villager on wood. I'm about to get house, but it's okay because I'm going up at 20 villagers, 20 population. So I get loom. House goes down. I quickly eat a sheep just so that I can click. I don't want to be any later to feudal. And a few seconds of idle time, quickly put the food back in. And I click feudal. Alright? So I kind of forced feudal. Maybe total idle time in my dark age is probably like 4 or 5 seconds between that boar pull and going up to feudal, but it's worth it for me because my plan is to quickly get to castle, right? So I start taking another sheep here.
Fait.
I send these guys out to wood, and notice how I caught him before he quickly ate another sheep. That would have been super inefficient. So now I have a total of 10 on wood. Alright, I just found my opponent. I saw his house here. Now, obviously I knew that he must be here, but I was thinking, maybe this guy's doing something weird and he's actually here, but it's very unlikely. He's probably just mirroring me here. So I just check around to see what's going on.
Okay.
I eat another sheep, send 2 healthy villagers to gold.
Fait.
I have like 3 low health villagers here. Keep them on food.
Prêt.
10 on wood. Now I start to distribute so that there's no bumping. I probably should have moved this villager over to here.
Prêt.
And I got 2 here, 3 here, so that they don't bump.
Okay.
And again, my berries, I have them on different sides so they don't bump. Start building more villagers. I'm in feudal now. And notice how I'm in feudal way before him, right? So I found his base. I'm in feudal way before this dude, okay? Get double bit X quick. I send a villager out to make a barracks here. I don't want to stop my my resource gathering because I got the feudal with a you know, not the best Dark Age, but it could have been better. So,
Oui.
and then I'm gonna use another villager so that nobody stops to make a house here, and I'm gonna send these guys on the trees, and I'll make farms with the low health ones as much as I can. Okay, so barracks. I don't know why he didn't start there. That's weird. Barracks, house, and he has a scout here. My scout is here. I'm still looking around this map. I want to see where his resources are because remember, as Franks, we can quickly drop castles on the enemy since they're cheaper. So I'm trying to kind of plan what's going on. I know that he's not fully walled. So I found his deer. I drop a blacksmith because I'm quickly going to go stables and get some upgrades. By the time... Alright. So I start walling from here. So this is my map, okay? My tree line is here, here, and here. So I'm gonna wall like this. That. That gives me a stone, a gold, both my main gold, another gold, and I got a stone. Very nice wood lines. This is how you should map in. Some players would try to, you know, beginners would try to get all the resources in one wall, but it's not worth it. You probably won't even have time to wall. Alright. So I'm making sure I'm not getting housed here. So he starts to hit my scout, okay? This is awesome from him. At the same time, I'm finding out that he's almost fully walled, okay? So I probably should have just left my villager there so my scout can deal with it. I don't build the spearman because I want to hit him with some scouts. So I do lose a villager, but it's alright, okay? I don't panic. I just keep going. And I keep building my stuff, making as many farms as I can with the close by villagers. I now have 2 total scouts. I'm making another house to kind of add into my wall. I'm almost fully walled, alright? I'm still way higher than him because I'm efficient with my eco. So I see that he has something in the barracks, alright? Not sure what it is, and I see archery range, right? So I'm like, alright, this guy's definitely not going scouts. So either way, I'm still fully walled, okay? He's not going scouts, but I fully walled. But now I'm chilled out, right? I take my time to make this wall. I'm not in a rush. And I send everyone back to do their stuff. Got a lot of farms going on, so I can quickly get to castle. 2 on golds, more than enough. I have enough gold for castle. And I have enough wood to continue producing farms with new villagers that come out. And I'm still scouting him, so that I keep my eye on him. Now his walling is weird. I guess his map is a bit weird, unfortunately for him. He actually should have walled out a bit further, like here, like this. He should have used this wood line, and he should have walled here. Maybe something like this would have been better, because he has a lot of resources outside. Look at that. That's difficult. But then he has a good stone here. Actually, his map is just weird, honestly. It's just a weird map. But he's lucky that he has a lot of resources in this little tight spot. Anyway, So I stopped making scouts immediately. I just have 2, and I'm keeping them here to see what's going on, to kind of understand what he's planning to do. And I'm continuing to make farms and wall up, but I'm taking my time, right? I'm not in a rush. So I make another house, continue the wall. I bring the villager in. I realize this is silly. 4 on wood here, 4 on wood here, 17 farms, and I start putting people on gold. I have more than enough farms, and I click castle. So I have 6 on gold here. The reason is, I don't want to just go drop a castle, okay? Life is not that, the game's not going to be that easy. I'm obviously still going to have to maintain military production. So I have 5 here on gold to keep, so that I can keep producing knights, farms, and gold. And I move, again, 5 on stone. Actually, I think I'm going 6 on stone. I might take 1 off later. And then I build a farm with this last villager. Alright, so I have a nice map. I'm still scouting my enemy. Look at this. That's like 10 on gold. So, I'm not sure really what he's trying to do, but he's obviously just going to go crazy with the crossbows, because we're obviously both going to go to castle soon. So I thought I can make it in here, but it turns out it's just a weird bugged out position. So he's obviously going to go archers. Okay, I'm almost a castle. And I start getting upgrades for my cavalry so that I can be efficient with my knights. I'm in a good position here. I have still a few on wood, stone. I have my mining upgrade and my gold mining upgrade. That's really all I need for now. And I have 2 stables here. And I see, there they are. There the archers are. He thought he can pressure me, but I'm already at castle, and I'm still scouting to see what's going on, okay? I see just 1 archery range, barracks, probably has another one here. So he starts to pressure me, but again, I'm fully walled, right? If I wasn't fully walled, we'd still be okay because they're archers, but it would have been a bit difficult. So I bring my knights. I should have put the rally, oh okay, I did. Put the knights inside the base, probably gonna lose the scout. Oh. That's what happens when you move without patrolling. When you move, you should click Q and click somewhere, or aggressive or attack move. So if he had patrol while he's moving around, he would have got my scout, but he didn't. Okay, huge mistake there. I have 6 on stone. I'm ready for a castle, right? I don't want to move people off stone. I have enough gold going on. So I move them off gold and I make new villagers on gold. Get housed here, unfortunately. I decide, you know what, take 1 off stone, and then I'll have 1 of these villagers to just constantly produce houses. So I should have been faster here, but I was trying to kind of plan and think, how should I really do this? But I should have been way faster. This is way too long for idle time. Have a bunch of knights. I go out with them. And I decide to be sneaky, okay? I know that he's like moving around here with archers. He's probably going to push stuff forward, maybe put a siege workshop or something. So I move out like this, okay? And it's a weird way to do this. It's kind of inefficient. Again, this stuff is like low to mid elo. And I still get some decent scouting in. 5 villagers moving around. But my economy is efficient, alright? Things are going well. I have way too many on wood here. I'm going to break this up and probably drop a TC in a sec. I'm going to get a new rally out here, okay? When you have too much wood, this is enough for 2 lumber camps. You shouldn't have this many. 1 villager constantly making a house. I don't get housed. I'm still producing knights. Alright, 6 knights here. 6 knights here. And I remember that a lot of his production was happening because he had this big pile of gold here. So I'm going to give him a hard time and I'm going to deny that, okay? I'm going to drop a castle here, which will mess with his wood line and castle. Remember, we want to do things that deny our opponent the ability to make resources. So he's in castle age. He's obviously going to have crossbow. He has a militia. I have no idea why. But I go to clear it, and I'm still producing knights as much as I can. And by now I should have got my gold upgrade, but I think I didn't. So that was probably a mistake. I got the wood upgrade first. Shouldn't have done that. I start to drop a castle. I think he can see me,
Prêt. Oui.
but all his army's here. Remember, it's trying to put the pressure on me, which he's doing a great job. I mean, he has how many crossbows? 22 crossbows. That's a lot. Okay, I'm gonna lose some villagers here.
Okay.
And he has ballistics. Wow, yeah, he has ballistics. So this is tough for me. Now, unfortunately, I have to go and do this. It's a horrible fight for me. But I needed to keep him off this because I really need my economy to keep going.
Prêt.
And cleared up all my knights. This is horrible. I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna keep them in the stables now, quickly. Just rally point in the stables. He's building a siege workshop. I drop a castle. Okay. So really what I should have done is probably just drop my own siege workshop and dealt with him.
Oui.
But I decided to go for a castle because I need to protect this.
Okay.
Now he's doing a great job. I mean, we're actively defending now. This is a tough game, right? We're losing villagers.
Prêt.
And I'm moving around quick so that he doesn't get as many kills. I have 2 TCs going. But remember, this castle drop was awesome because it took him off this entire gold. And his only other gold is here and here. So he clears up maybe 4 or 5 villagers. And we feel like we're in a horrible position, but we have this castle. We have this town center. I'm probably going to drop one here to protect the gold as well. Now let's see what's going on over here. I'm putting pressure, killing any villagers that are coming out. So I got a few villagers, I think 3 or 4. And this castle is putting a lot of pressure here. Now he's still moving around, he's still in my base. Again, now I should have dropped a siege workshop, but I chose not to. Not the best decision. I should have dropped the siege workshop way earlier. Again, he's going to pressure here, quickly put them in the TC. Fortunately, he's going to get some villas here. Again, just put them in the TC. Never ring the bell. It's horrible. Don't ever ring the bell. Just
Oui.
handle them and put them in the TC. So I'm not doing a great job here. I should have put them in way sooner, but also I have very little food, so I'm trying to keep it going. I'm gonna drop my 3rd TC here. Now, it looks like he's winning, right? And he probably feels super confident. So I'm just patrolling here. I have this knight here that's about to die. But again, he can't take any of this gold. So at least we put pressure on his military production. I think he's getting rams. He wants to put pressure on me. But I keep moving around. Wherever his crossbows go, I just move. So I keep moving here or here or here. But essentially, I want to be in this area because I can use the castle and these TCs to protect the area.
Oui.
Again, he puts pressure, trying to manage everything. I go back in the TC, but unfortunately I lose a bit. But I'm not stopping production. I'm still making bills and as many knights as I possibly can. Alright? Now I drop a siege workshop here because I want to put pressure as well to make sure that I can go further deep, take out some farms and anything else here. But what I should have done is that siege workshop. But anyway, I put one here as well. I should have done this one first before the other one. And I get out a mangonel. That's going to be super useful. So mangonel and a few knights will just destroy him. So the reason I don't want to go skirmishers, which is the easiest counter to his crossbows, is if I go skirmishers, I'm gonna not be able to produce knights, and I'm gonna really hurt my resources for a while. But one mangonel costs a bit of gold and a bit of wood, but it can be as efficient as having 20 skirmishers. And as Franks, I don't have bracers, so my archers in general are not great. They'll die to upgrade it, fully upgraded arbalest, which is his next upgrade. So unfortunately, I have to run back, but I have a mangonel here. One mangonel can probably clear this out if I micro correct. So he's still putting pressure on me. I keep moving the villagers around to see what's going on. And here comes the Mangano. Okay, so I realized that he's not so active here, so I kind of try to come get a TC down, but that was a dumb idea. I shouldn't have done that. Should have just kept moving, maybe started to take this gold or something. The reason I dropped the market early is because I realized he forced me to get off my stone, so I might need to manage here and sell some resources to get some stone. So just 2 knights and 1 Mangano. And I already cleared up a few of his crossbows here, and I have these 2 here in case he tries to send crossbows to pressure my villagers or something. I'm in a good position. Now unfortunately, again, this TC here was dumb, and we're pretty much going to lose it. That's just wasted resources. I tried to do something sneaky, didn't work out. It's all good. I'm going to have to delete this TC, because anyway the position's not great. TC here would have been better. So I'm still going, still got these Manganos. Now I've been defending for a long time, but again, I'm still in a good position. So I have these knights to pressure forward and then bring the Manganos back. Took some friendly fire here, that's not great, but cleared up these entire crossbows. He has literally 6 left, and I have just as many knights. I'm gonna clear them up. Scouts can die, I don't really care. Anyway, knights are gonna clear this up. Let's see what's going on. Still making vills, still producing vills. Now I have way too much wood. I need to balance this out. I need to start going back on my stone, and I need to get some farms out so that I can hit Imperial and trap him down. Okay. He sent more crossbows. That's cool. It's all good, because he probably lost way more in that, because he's been so aggressive. He's invested so much into going forward and all these buildings, but you know, we have a castle and we're in a good spot. So I go back on my TC, make farms. Always make farms next to your TC or next to a castle, so that you can quickly just jump in whenever things go south. So we're back on top now. Notice the score. No one's really getting relics. He should have been getting relics because I'm sort of defending. I'm not in a good position to send monks out. They'll just get sniped with these crossbows. But he was so busy pressuring that he didn't get relics. If he did get relics, I'd probably lose this game. So I have 2 Manganos here. I bring them forward. Oops. There's a castle. Good defensive castle, so that he doesn't lose this. And unfortunately, I lose this. One of these Manganos. So he's still here somewhere, but I'm booming so hard, focusing on my economy, and I'm sending a lot of knights. Now, I don't know what this is. I guess he walled in some of his crossbows. Probably by mistake, but I'm able to produce knights again. Got my stuff back, and he pressures me here with rams. So I was sending Pizards out to take down a siege, but he has a lot of rams. He's taking out my houses. It's all good. I have houses down here. These guys need to move. We just finished up all the stone. So this is not awesome. I'm gonna lose this fight, but I need to stop him from sending these forward. Okay, any distraction to have like 6 rams go in and crossbows behind them, he'll just destroy my villagers. So it was a sacrifice I had to make to just distract him, but I ended up taking down a few rams, so that's good. And now I have a castle here to defend. I should have done this better. I should have moved these knights to be able to save them, but now I have this entire area secured, which is where most of my gold, stone, tree lines and farms are. And I get back to work. I'm gonna lose these 2 knights, but I'm keeping them off my economy. Again, his points are up because he killed a lot of our knights, but we're not in a bad position. So let's open up the map now to see what's going on with him, okay? He realized he can't take this gold. He has to go and drop a TC here to take this gold, and he has most of his resources are here. He has these trapped crossbow that he could have made a lot of use of. The 8 crossbows, not a huge difference, but it does make a difference. So he has most of his army invested here, rams and crossbows. So you see that? You see how important these castles were? I can actually just chill here, literally. And if he just comes a bit closer, they'll come in. So to make this even better, I get my blacksmith upgrades for archers, which are going to benefit my castle. Not the armor ones, but the attack ones. They'll benefit my castle. And I'm going to drop a university in a sec to get ballistics, so my castles hit moving targets and my TCs hit moving targets much better. So he's going to come forward and repair these rams. That's a great way to use your economy. But I'm still here. These villagers that rushed him to build the castle, I'm making use of them. They're still doing something. They're not idle. So I'm in a good position. I have a lot of food and a bit of gold and enough wood. And I'm thinking, you know what? It's time to think about going to Imperial so I can just trap him down and end this game. He has one castle because I blocked off. You know, I pressured him a lot. He knows that I have knights running here, so he didn't even think about doing this. So for him to take these resources back, because I have so much presence in his base, he actually had to move his entire army, right? So this is how we're benefiting now. He had to move this entire army just to come back so that he can get back his resources. So this is the beauty of these early castle drops with Franks. We don't lose a lot by doing it because the castles are cheaper for us. We don't even need that much stone. And he's forced to come here and defend it just so that he can take resources. At the same time, look at this. We're 6 knights in, Mangonel. We need to stop taking friendly fire. This is some dumb shit. And I'm just producing from 2 stables. That's it. Just protecting my economy. I have 2 siege workshops here, 2 stables. That's all I need to defend him. Unfortunately, he's going to probably take down this castle. There's not much I can do at this point. I can invest in a Mangonel, but I mean, yeah, I probably should have invested in a Mangonel. That's what I should have done just to keep him off. But I just know these rams are going to be a pain in the butt to deal with. So I go now to take this, to drop a castle here because I know what he's doing, right? I know he's going to try to take this. He's going to put a TC here, or, you know, he's going to take these resources. So I've already denied this for a very long time. I'm going to deny this as well. I'm coming with these knights, trying to see what I could really do. I realized this castle is gone, but I have the knights here to mess with this area and protect this castle. Okay? But my economy, in a great position. I'm in an awesome position. We're both going in Imperial at the same time, but I have way more control than him. And, you know, he had to be open and he had to be aggressive. So his map is not as secure as mine. I have defensive castles on my important resources and all my farms. And I'm probably going to drop another castle here. Then every single farm around is going to be protected because my main unit now is going to be Paladin. So now I drop a lot of stables so that I can boom in terms of knight production. I go mess with his TC a bit to let him know I'm here. I have a whole bunch of knights. Crossbows cannot deal with this. He has crossbows. Yeah, like 30 crossbows, but I have, you know, half the number of knights, so I could probably take him down. And I have a huge hill advantage, right? And I'm clearing up with my Mangonel. I'm clearing up a siege. I'm clearing up all this stuff here. I have all these villagers making stables. And soon I can drop a castle here. I'll be fully protected and, you know, not obviously walled very, very nicely, but decent walling, good enough for this part of the game. Now he has Arbalest. He has 34. That's a lot. Okay, that they can probably take out my knights. But again, the knights are being protected under my castle. I build in archery ranges because now that I'm in Imperial, I have all my eco upgrades. I can probably add in a few skirms. But remember, as Franks, you don't have bracers. So your attack on your archers and your armor on your archers in general is not great. So it's not a solution for me. And my siege is also not great. I don't get all my upgrades on the siege workshop. So I need to rely on my paladins, or in this case, Cavalier going up to Paladins. So now I have a whole bunch of Cavalier. I can really put the pressure. Now I couldn't really see what's going on, so I just send one. See what's going on so that I see this. So if I make it Fog of War, for me. So now I see everything that's going on here. And he sent all these rams forward in hopes that he could take down this castle, but it's a bit too late. I have Cavalier now. I have all my upgrades from the blacksmith, and soon I'm gonna have Paladin. I just need to keep getting gold. I have this trap working here. So he's gonna try to take down the trap with a ram. That's a good idea. I realize, you know what, I need to keep this trap alive. I'll lose 2 or 3 Cavalier for that. And then I just eat this up. Look at that. And as soon as I get into Paladin, he literally has no chance. Like, there's nothing he could do. So he needed to be aggressive because of this matchup and caused the GG. And look at that. I'm just going to clean up this trap in a sec. Cause the GG. So pretty sick game for us. Our Civ is a bit better, I think, a bit better. So here's what happened. I dropped another TC here to get a lot of as much gold as I can, so that I can go to Paladin. And I started dropping outposts. I put one here to see still what's going on here. Remember, Fog of War. So I guess the game is done. Doesn't let me do Fog of War, but I couldn't see what's going on here, so I wanted to make sure. Outpost here to see what's going on here, because I know there's a gold. And another outpost here just to see if he's trying to pressure my base on this side, because I still don't have a castle here, but I'm working up to it now. But in terms of attack, look at the point difference now. Once we defended, we had to defend for a while because he was really aggressive. And we got our Cavalier in. We have our Treb. We're about to clean up his Trebuchet. He has like, 6 Arbalests here, 8 Arbalests here, but we have 27 Cavalier and Skirms. Our Skirms are not great, but they'll help with the mix. And a Treb and a castle in his face. And again, soon enough, we're gonna go Paladin. It's gonna be game over. Literally just with Paladin, we can clean up his base. Even this castle, right? He has no more military. So this is the beauty of playing Franks. These cheaper castles, they help you defend a lot. And they help you have a really good castle age. And the whole time we try to not be idle. So I have one villager idle at the end. Everybody was still working. Our eco was going. These needed to be moved here. So this is the beauty of defending with Franks. You can get up castles and you still have a good economy with the food bonuses. So things are really, really good. This is why it's still a decent civ, even though they lost the final upgrade of the mill. They used to have it for free. Now they don't have it at all. You can't even buy it, to kind of nerf them down a bit. But they're still great. Very powerful Cavalier with upgrades. I have one last upgrade that I'm getting, plate boarding armor. And again, once I get Paladin, it's pretty much over. There's nothing you can do. So let's look at the stats real quick. So military wise, we both did good. He did really good in feudal and castle. He got a lot of kills on me. I lost a lot of villagers to stuff. But in the end, because we had the perfect counter, Manganose, Cavalier to his archers, there's not much he could do. We lost way less buildings than him. And our KD, kill to death ratio, is much better than him. Economy wise, we destroyed him. This is, again, one of the nice things about Franks. Our food economy is awesome. Wood economy, it's pretty close. He mined just as much stone, gold just as much. But we had so much more food than him that we can continue producing military, get upgrades, and villagers, which is super important. And let's see if this is actually true. Let's see if having this much food really, really does matter. Tech upgrades. I hit castle before him, remember, because that was my plan. My feudal was way earlier. But imperial around the same time. He's 30 seconds faster than me. We both did iffy job of scouting. I should have scouted more. He should have as well. But I had way more upgrades than him. Double the upgrades. And here it is. Relics. He should have got relics. Being so aggressive, he should have just got these because I was stuck here for a long time. I could sneak out monks from the back, but all I really get is maybe one relic, and if I snuck a monk all the way around and brought him back, maybe 2 relics. But he could have got, you know, 1, 2, 3. He literally could have got all the relics on the map, okay, except 1, which is here. So I could have got 2 relics, 3 maybe. But while he was being aggressive, he should have took all the relics except the one that's all the way in the back. That would have helped him out a lot, and he would have been in a better position. So we both didn't do great on relics, but here it is. This is the monumental difference. And this is why, if it got to late game, he wouldn't even have a chance. You know what I mean? He was doing good the entire game, but late game, he had 0 chance. And it's because we had such good economy. We have these cheaper castles to defend so easily. We have really good knights with a lot of HP, so they can tank us. You know, we can use them as tanks. And we were able to have literally 3 times his villager count. Almost, not 3 times, but 2.5 times his villager count, which is nuts. So look at this, feudal, we're beating him. You got all these archers in feudal. This is how you read your timeline, by the way. And then castle, we were doing good. We dropped the castle on him here, but then he pressured us for the entire game. We were about to lose, but we were able to defend so easily. Our economy was awesome compared to him. He had to keep producing military, and then once we were an imperial, and we got our upgrades, he literally fell off. Okay, so this is the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys found a better way to play Franks. Give this a like, because I'm really enjoying doing these videos, and it'd be awesome if you support me, and subscribe so that we can grow together. So when I started, my elo was like obviously 0, and I'm almost at 1.1k, but I keep reading about this stuff, getting the knowledge, and then doing it, and yeah. So let's see how far we can get this elo up, and hopefully you can do it with me. All right, peace.